हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू ऑल ऑफ यू। कैसे हैं आप सभी? आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग वेल इन लाइफ। टुडे वी शैल डिस्कस अबाउट एन एक्सटेंसिव एनालिसिस ऑफ ब्रिटिश पीरियड इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज. This is very important topic and sometimes our questions are being asked in the examinations. This topic is equally important for UPSC also and competitive exams also. Students, as we all know, the British colonial rule had a very deep economic impact on Indian masses and Indian subcontinent. After the English occupation of the Indian peninsular region to the traditional handicrafts industry and agriculture faced a severe crisis and received a heavy blow. As we all know, the English made changes in the agriculture, in the field of agriculture system as per their convenience and made it a medium of exploitation. As a result, Indian poverty increased to a great extent. The famous creative book Today's India, written by Rajnipam Dutt, is considered a greatest epic of British India. Similarly, Karl Marx, as we all know Karl Marx, Karl Marx had also made an extensive analysis of British period economic policies. According to this view, or we can say according to his view, the Britishers exploited India in three stages. Now let us know what are those specific three stages. So the first one is commercial capitalism, next one industrial capitalism, and the third one is financial capitalism. Now let us know what is commercial capitalism. Its time period is from 1757 to 1813. In commercial capitalism, we see that the only objective of company was to amass wealth from India. According to this concept, the famous British historian writes that this age was an age of shamelessness, whereas according to the famous Indian historian K.M. Panikkar writes, it was a dacoit state. So we can say that the objective of the company was to make exploitation of Indians. Now let us talk about industrial capitalism. Its time period is about 1813 to 1857, or we can say its time period is from 1813 to 1857. Due to accumulation of capital in Britain, an age of inventions started in England and industrial revolution took place. So what happened? A search for raw materials for the factories and a suitable market for the sale of finished goods also started. We can say that suitable market for the sale of finished goods also started. So we should remember this. As a result, a second phase of exploitation of India started in the form of industrial capitalism. Now let us know what was the aim. The aim of this stage of colonialism was to develop India as a subordinate market of Britain and as a source of supply of raw material for British factories. So to develop India conducive to industrial capitalism and destroy the local handicraft and to transform it into an agro-intensive country, it became the prime motive and of course a definite policy of the British. The British rulers encouraged big farmers to grow commercial crops in place of traditional food grains. So what was the consequences? As a consequences, a grave shortage of food grains and the traditional food grains. So the hike in cost of cereals took place in the country, which created a crisis for the common people or common man. This led to series of famine in India. Now let us talk about financial capitalism. Its period from 1858 to 1947. As a result of industrial revolution of England and exploitation of colonial market, huge capital markets accumulated in Britain. The labour clan was inspired by the growing wealth of the industrialists. And what happened? They organized through the epic published by the Karl Marx and Engels, the Communist Manifesto, and a new consciousness developed in the labor class. As a consequence to this notion became firm in the minds of capitalists that to earn more profit it is necessary it look after new market and cheap labor. The most appropriate place for realizing this objective were the Britain or British colonies, which also included India. On the other hand, we see government considered necessary the development of railway tracks in India for the fulfillment of its commercial and administrative needs. For achieving the above objectives, the British government started the process. In India, we see capital investment was made through the process of public debt. It meant to provide interest and divided both to the investors. The Britishers invested on rail network construction, tea, rubber, coffee, indigo, etc., whereas it did not made any investment in textile mills and steel industry because the development in these sectors would have led to structural infrastructure development of India, which was not the policy of the British rulers. Later on we shall discuss about some other specific topic. That's all for today. Thank you for being with me. Thank you.